Okay, so I'm vegan and I spend like $150 a month on my groceries, and most people think that's pretty low, especially in Los Angeles where the cost of living is pretty high. But I think my go-to meals are just really affordable. And actually right now I'm heating up leftovers from last night, so I can show you kind of what I usually eat. So last night I made this like lentil curry. It's got coconut milk and tomatoes in it. It's red lentils. I know it doesn't look super appetizing there, but it's really good. And I ate it with rice last night, but today I'm gonna dip like bread in it. And lentils are so affordable and they keep for so long. I usually keep them like this on my counter. Look, in a jar, right? And they're just so versatile and you can do so much stuff with them. So for this meal, I cooked 1 cup of red lentils with 1 can of diced tomatoes and 2 cups of water. Usually I would use broth, but I'm out of broth at the moment. Actually, I make my own vegetable broths with scraps from veggies, so I almost am ready to make a new one. My bag is filling up. But this time I had to use water, yeah. So I cooked all of those with some spices, and I did cardamom, garam masala, turmeric, curry powder. Then I put in some tamari. You can use like soy sauce as a salt element, and some pepper, garlic, onions, ginger, and some peppers if you want. I also put in some fresh basil that I had at the very, very end. But everything but the basil and the coconut milk, you can just put all in the pot and let it cook for like 15 minutes. At the end of 15 minutes, it's all gonna be good and all together. Red lentils kind of break apart and make more of like a mush texture than green lentils, which tend to be more solid in my experience. At the end, you mix in a can of coconut milk, throw in your basil, your fresh herbs, and boom, you're done. This meal probably made 6 servings, and I would say the cost was probably $3 to $4 total. Really cheap, really, really affordable. And the bread that I'm eating with it right now that just came out of the toaster oven, that I made myself in my bread machine. I actually did it on a live. Some people saw me do it. That bread was probably like 50 cents to make as well. So I think a lot of people think that being vegan is expensive. And in my experience, it really is not expensive at all. If you have a heavily grain focused meal and you just use whatever veggies you can get for cheap at the grocery store, I like to check the produce section and even get veggies that are about to expire. You can have really delicious, cheap food like every single day. I recommend lentils if you're a person who's not allergic to legumes. They are awesome. Any sort of bean and rice combo will get you where you need to be most of the time. And if you're more creative, you can even use lentils to do things like make sloppy joes with them. Being vegan does not have to be hard. It does not have to be hard, and it does not have to be expensive. It can be very, very easy and very, very affordable, and you don't have to use a lot of meat and cheese substitutes to make good food. I usually just try to cook foods and recipes that come from places where they didn't have access to a lot of meat and dairy to begin with.